Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Alvita Nuryani, and this video is for Morpho-Phonology project-based learning. And I choose two topics to discuss today, which are syllable and masculine rhyme. The first topic to be discussed is syllable. The definition of syllable by Fatmawati: syllable is a part of a word that contains some of the sounds, or we can call it phonemes, of that word, usually including at least one vowel. It can be A, I, U, E, or O, and syllables are sometimes referred as the beats of the word that form its rhythm, and breaking a word into syllables can help English learners with phonetic spelling. You can call it as monosyllabic if a word has only one syllable, and if there are two, you can call it as disyllabic. For three, trisyllabic, and four is quadrisyllabic. But if you have difficulty in remembering them, just refer them as polysyllabic if they have more than one syllable. These are types of syllable by Pasaribu et al. There are 6 types of English syllables. The first one is closed syllable. Closed syllable have one vowel and it is a short sound and ends with a consonant. For example, is the word stop, fort, sell, and etc. And then in open syllable, it ends in a vowel and it has long sound. For example, boba, we, fly, and etc. Next is vowel consonant E syllable, or we can call it as magic E, and it has a long vowel sound and ends with a silent E. For example, is care, fire, and mine, and etc. And then R controlled syllable contain a vowel followed by the letter R. It can be R, ear, or, and or. For example, is blur, ear, sir, for, and etc. And then vowel syllable, common English diphthongs, or we refer it as conjoint of two vowels next to each other. It can be A, E, O, E, O, and oo. For example, is rain, pie, loud, stay, and etc. And then consonantly syllable has a consonant followed by the letters L and E at the end of a word. For example, is bicycle, bubble, bottle, and etc. And these are ways how to count syllable by Fatmawati et al. The first one is chin method. Place your hand underneath your chin and say a word out loud. Count one syllable each time your chin pushes down into your hand. You may have to exaggerate your pronunciation to this method. For example, take the word drop. As you say it, your chin will move down only once. Drop, meaning that it has one syllable. And then take the word important. As you say it, your chin will move down 3 times. Important, indicating it has 3 syllables. And then the second one is clap method. Say a word out loud and clap every time you hear a vowel sound. For example, is the word banana. If you say it out loud, you'll clap 3 times. Banana. And then the 3 claps, meaning that it has 3 syllables in the word banana. And number 3 is listen method. Listen for new vowel sounds, and each new vowel sound is a new syllable. Listen for the vowel sounds in the word elephant. Say it out loud. Elephant. L is the first syllable, and the second one is E, and then the third one is font. And there are 3 vowel sounds in elephant, so it has 3 syllables. And then the fourth one is the written method. count all the vowels in the word, and then subtract one of every pair of vowels, or we can say it as diphthongs, that make a sound together, and then subtract one for every silent vowel, like an E at the end of a word, or the magic E. For example, is take the word bookshop. First, count the vowels. We know that in the word bookshop, there are three vowels, which have the same vowel of O, and that gives us three vowels. The pair of vowels in the word book is a vowel pair, which counts as just one sound. And then we are left with the second vowel sound in the word shop, meaning that bookshop has two syllables. And then do you know that more than 80% of words in English have more than one syllable? And these are the examples what we learned today. The first one is the word magnet. Magnet has two syllables. And then second one is animal. Animal has three syllables. And in phonology has four syllables. Information has five syllables. And the last one is a word in English that has the longest syllables, and it is a 45-letter term for a lung disease from inhaling fine silica dust, pneumono-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. It has 19 syllables. And we move to the second topic, masculine rhyme. So what is a rhyme? By the glossary of poetic terms, a rhyme is the repetition of syllables and usually at the end of a line of verse. A rhyme scheme is the pattern of and rhymes in a stanza, and with each rhymes represented by a letter of the alphabet. It can be A, B, B, A, B, C, C, B, for example. And masculine rhyme is a rhyming technique that places stress on the final syllable of a rhyme. For example, the words cat and hat are considered to rhyme because they both end in the same stress level. And it is similar to the words lake and fake are masculine rhymes because they both end in the stress level ake. And you must be confused. Why is it called as a masculine rhyme? Is it connected to masculine thing or man? And the term masculine is not related to the cultural concept of masculinity. So it is a technical term originating from French grammar. So in French, words of masculine grammatical gender do not have a silent E, as or and at the end. So for this reason, the final syllable of these words is stressed when spoken. So in poetry, a stressed syllable at the end of a line is called masculine ending, and rhyming with a masculine ending is called masculine rhyme. And this is a table shows a comparison between masculine rhyme and feminine rhyme. So in masculine rhyme, the syllable count has only one, usually one, or monosyllabic, and the feminine rhyme has two or three. And the feature of final syllable, masculine rhyme is stressed and feminine is unstressed. And the common term in masculine rhyme has only single rhyme, and feminine rhyme has double or triple rhyme. And the tone and feeling is also different in these two rhymes. In masculine rhyme, it has strong, final, and serious tone, while in feminine, it has light, melodic, and flowing tone. For example, pair in the words of light and bright for masculine rhyme, and for feminine rhyme, lighting and brightening. This is the first example of masculine rhyme. It usually appears in poetry. The first one is a poetry by William Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. We see at the end of the verse there are words of ice and cries, and then state with fate. And then in Walt Whitman's A Captain, My Captain, the end of the verse has masculine rhyme of still and will, done and won. And then the second example, masculine rhyme is usually appear in song lyrics. For example, in the song Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, Beat and Fit. And then in the song of The Winner Takes It All by ABBA, the first is dice and eyes, here and there. And masculine rhyme also appears in a proverb. For example, an apple a day keep the doctor away. Day and away. This is part 2 of case study. In part A is analysis of the case study. It has a passage with the title A Busy Morning at Riverside Learning Center. The first question is 3 examples of assimilation. So assimilation is a sound change in which some phonemes, typically consonants or vowels, change to become more similar to other nearby sounds. The answers are gonna, from going to, the N in going influences the following sounds, and the T in to assimilates into the N sound. So it leads to the reduction and blends of the two words into one simplified double N sound. And then in wanna or want to, the T sound at the end of want assimilates into the nasal N sound because of the rapid pace of the children's speech, and resulting in a double N sound. And then in grandma, from grandma, the D is dropped because it sits between two voiced consonants, N and M, making the word easier to say in fast speech. Number 2 is 3 examples of metathesis, which is the transposition or swapping of the positions of two sounds within a word. I only got 2 answers in that passage. The first one is ask from ask, a classic example of metathesis where the S and K sounds swap positions. And then pasquetti from the word spaghetti. So in early language development, children often swap the S and P sounds at the start of the word because the SB pronunciation is difficult to pronounce by them. And then number 3 is 4 examples of epenthesis, which is the insertion of an extra sound and usually a vowel or consonant to make pronunciation easier. Again, I only found 3 examples of epenthesis in that passage. The first one is film, from the word film. So an extra vowel is inserted between the L and M to break up the final consonant cluster. So it makes easier to articulate for certain dialects. And then animal, from animal, the speaker inserts a more prominent vowel sound in the final syllable. And then kinda, from kind of, the vowel is inserted and the phrase is reduced into a single word. And this is part B of case study. Read the following 20 items aloud using correct IPA pronunciation. Number 1 is comfortable. Comfortable. Number 2 is probable. Probable. Number 3 is accommodate. Accommodate. Number 4 is massive. Massive. Number 5 is governor. Governor. Number 6 is texture. Texture. Number 7 is athlete. Athlete. Number 8 is experience. Experience. Number 9 is gladiator. Gladiator. Number 10 is happening. Happening. Number 11 is generation. Generation. Number 12 is moderate. Moderate. Number 13 is surface. Surface. Number 14 is intensity. Intensity. And number 15 is category. Category. Number 16 is intricate. Intricate. Number 17 is department. Department. Number 18 is gratitude. Gratitude. Number 19 is ethical. Ethical. Number 20 is spontaneous. Spontaneous. We move to the case study part C. There is a passage with the title Language Class on Friday afternoon. In this passage, there are bolded words and we have to classify them into stress-perceiving suffixes, stress-attracting suffixes, and stress-shifting suffixes. In the word hopeful, careless, and darkness, the stress remains on the first syllable, which is the root word, hope, care, and dark. And the number 2 is stress-attracting suffixes. The suffix attracts to the main stress to itself. The first one is education. The suffix ion attracts stress to the syllable from the root word educate to education. And musician, music to musician. And geology from geo to geology. And number 3, stress-shifting suffixes. There are democratic, economic, and photographic. So in democratic, the stress shift from the first syllable, democrat, to the third syllable, democratic. And then economic, the stress shifts from the second syllable, economy, to the third syllable, economic. And then photographic, the stress shifts from the first syllable, photograph, to the third syllable, photographic. So this is the end of the video. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.